There's a couple of older guys.
Yeah.
That wear like knee pads and elbow pads and a helmet. They're older. They're in like their 40s. Or
Well, you say that, but actually, they're the ones that probably shouldn't wear it. Because, like, you know, they've had enough time.
yeah, it's true.
They're the ones that should be like, I'm free, I don't care.
Yeah.
If I die on a skateboard, that's pretty rad. Whereas, you know, if you're a teenager, you've got a lot more to, you know, lose.
You got some stuff to live for, I guess.
Yeah. So really, you should be telling those old people, take off the helmet.
Yeah, give it to someone who needs it.
Yeah, go put it on a child. Old man, go up to a child and put a helmet on their head. That's what we're telling you.
That's it.
It's the ETTO's catch-up. Hello and welcome to That Thing, which is the ETTO's catch-up. I'm Will.
I'm Josh. I did not expect that was actually going to be the intro.
It's all in there.
But you were talking much louder at me than you normally would.
Then I would just...
So I'm like,
just to talk.
Is he going to transition this into the thing?
And he did. He did.
He certainly did.
ETTO Catch-up is where we talk about news and things. Today on the show, an Android child.
And a new sign, remember that, that accessibility in gaming is improving.
Part of my brain thinks it's a maths thing just because it's you, but it's probably not.
Maybe not.
That's fucking confusing. If you don't know, this is our second podcast in the same place. Usually we're able to say, hey Josh, how you been? What you been up to? We can't really do that anymore. I know what he's been up to.
Yeah. We're around each other pretty much 24/7.
Totally. And the bit that I'm transitioning to is we get mail and we don't. We can be like, here's what I've been up to. I've been buying things. But even that, I know what you've got. It's there. Mine's like a secret. But what have you bought, Josh?
I finally, it arrived.
Yeah.
Finally freaking arrived. I got the controllers for the for the new Nintendo Online expansion pass thing. So you got the Nintendo 64
Very
controller.
exciting.
And the Sega Mega Drive. I haven't upgraded. I haven't tried it. I don't know when or if I will at any stage. I would like them to improve it.
It sounds like you have never bought anything past the Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah, that's it.
I've never tried that 64 thing.
That's it. This is as far as I've gotten.
Yeah.
No, on the expansion pass. Apparently it sucks.
Yeah.
But hopefully they improve it and I can start using these. But
they're so
I'm
good.
very impressed by the box for this.
For the Mega Drive.
For the Mega Drive one in particular.
Yeah.
Because it's got all your Nintendo Reds and stuff on the side. But on the front, it is very much just like
the OG. It's the
Mega
grid
Drive
box
logo and all that. Yeah, the grids and stuff like that. It's very cool. Whereas all the other controllers have come in a box like that, like the clear front and stuff like that.
I like that the Mega Drive's gone for that. I quite like the clear box because if you never opened them, it's a nice display. Like imagine having a wall of those.
Yeah.
It's because it's a nice red outline and then it's a nice clear panel.
A wall of these 100 of this controller.
Just the 64.
Just as a brick.
Yeah.
And then you cement between them and that is part of your house.
That's a literal wall.
There you go. That would be very cool.
That'd be pretty good. But knowing Nintendo's plastic quality, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Perhaps not.
No.
I bought Secret.
The secret. Well, what I would say to you is when you think about Lego.
What would you say to me?
That's not one of the questions.
Okay.
When you think about Lego, and they've got like Avengers and stuff, if you were to design the most exciting Avengers Endgame Lego set, what would it be? From the 2 times you've seen that film.
Ooh.
What would it be? And you could guess this because I am definitely setting it up as a joke. But
okay.
If you could design the perfect set, thinking about how much like Lego goes for like epic scale, interesting stuff.
Crap. Probably where they're all standing in a circle with their white time travel uniforms on.
That would be pretty epic.
All very, very epic standing around. Yeah, that would be very, very cool.
Well, it's epic in some way.
All right.
It's Bro Thor's new Asgard room.
Incredible. Show them.
There you go, everybody.
That is so good.
It includes a little Meek. It includes Thor without a shirt.
Yes.
And also a Korg in the actual Taika pineapple shirt.
That is
with little controllers.
So good. I love the Meek. It's so weird.
It's
what
so
a
terrible.
Weird thing.
It even has the new Asgard sign as well, which is fun.
Good. And they have a little Xbox controller.
Yep. Some
So
pizza
good.
and stuff.
Some pizza.
I wonder what game is on the screen. It's not really. It's Minecraft. It's basically they've got Minecraft on the screen.
Yeah, right.
They got pickaxes and stuff. There you go.
And it looks like a frost giant, though.
It does. Either that or it's Korg, because it's very similar coloring to Korg.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's great.
That's what I got. It's just an amazing. I don't really buy Lego sets that often, but I was just like, this is too good not to.
That's great.
There's a little Thor, Valkyrie, little picture frame in the corner. Yeah, it's very sick.
Incredible.
So that's our mail haul for today. I know I've got at least like 2 parcels, but it's towels and face cloths and stuff. It's fascinating. Yeah. If you know where you can buy a hamper, let us know, because we want to buy a hamper. For our clothes.
Like a clothes to put dirty clothes in.
Yeah. We're not talking like not Kris Kringle. What's the thing at the end of the year? The ones that always do like the advertisements. It's like a big like Christmas hamper. Chris something.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're never gonna get it. Not those.
It's fine. Yeah.
Clothes hampers.
Not like teas and biscuits and stuff. Although
I'm not against a tea.
Maybe.
I'm not against the tea.
I'm not against a biscuit.
I'm not against the tea. Let's check out the news. It's so loud.
It is very loud here. I like it.
So much bass.
There is.
It's great. It's how the news theme is. It's listened by you guys. Yeah. That's how you hear it. Yeah. Now we're feeling it in a really nice way.
It is in us.
In us. We'll put a bit of news in us, Josh.
Let's do it. All right. I'm starting off with something probably a little more boring.
Oh, good.
A little less interesting. But it's Netflix, so we have to freaking talk about it.
That's fair.
And it's all like, it's probably not all that interesting now, but just the list of games is interesting and funny.
Yes.
So Netflix games finally come out. It's all there. It is Android only at this stage, so I can't play it.
No, you can't. But I can.
I don't know if I would want to, though, because the games that they've released are Stranger Things 1984, which was formerly known as Stranger Things The Game. Stranger Things 3, The Game.
Yep.
Not 2.
Yeah, right. We skipped 2.
Yeah.
Well, 2 was the shit series anyway.
That's true.
It was very average.
Yeah. Was there a game?
I don't think there was one for 2. No. From memory, there was only...
It's interesting that they've called it Stranger Things 3, then.
Well, it's got time with the series.
3, but yeah. Interesting. Shooting hoops.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Based on the documentary?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe there's a basketball documentary on Netflix called Shooting Hoops.
Well, there was the basketball one called The Last Dance.
Oh, yeah. It's not called that, though, is it? It's called Shooting Hoops.
Yeah, it's called Shooting Hoops. Teeter Up.
There must be just sports documentaries on this.
Maybe. And then Card Blast. Those are the 5 games you can currently play on Netflix's game service.
Those last 3 sound like they would be on the Nintendo service. They sound like NES games.
Yeah. Or they sound like the Facebook Messenger play against your friends, like Shooting Hoops. There was a thing. There was the swipey one, Card Blast,
Hearthstone, Facebook.
Well, it can't be. It can't be as deep as Hearthstone.
There's no way.
It's got to be like poker. Or
solitaire.
Some crappy. I don't know, something like that. They sound awful.
They do sound terrible.
They sound super average.
And we know that 2 of them are awful. Like the 2 Stranger Things games are very basic. Yes. They're not like a cool thing. They're a cool thing when the series comes out to have, but it's not a video game that you want to play. Yeah. It's a novelty.
Totally. Yeah. But in other news along that, Netflix have acquired the company behind Oxenfree and Afterparty, which is Night School Studio, in September. So currently, obviously, I assume no games have come out from them yet.
Yes, yeah.
I assume they haven't created Card Blast.
No.
Because they make good games.
That's true. They don't shoot hoops.
Or at least games with cooler names, like Oxenfree and Afterparty.
Yeah.
But that's it. We just had to talk about it, and I wouldn't mind looking at those games.
Well, it's important that Kate isn't on there, because that's the one that could have been on there, because it was a Netflix published video game.
Yeah.
But it's seemingly
Steam only.
Yeah, it's still exclusive to Steam.
And you actually have to pay for it.
Yeah, which is bizarre. It's a weird launch.
Yeah, and potentially these games, I would assume, are made for mobile.
Yes. Yeah.
And would work better on mobile, whereas Kate seemed like a very fast...
It was a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an actual game.
That.
Yeah. There you go.
But speaking of actual games, life.
Okay.
Babies have been born over the past couple of years or so.
Yeah.
Before then, they stopped. There was no babies from like 2018 to 17.
Yeah,
backwards.
Right.
Backwards. Between those years.
This news is blowing my mind.
Oh, you better get your mind ready, boy. It's going to keep getting blown.
What's happening?
At least we got the clip for the next live show.
That's it.
Baby names.
Okay.
We've got our top baby names for the year, and it will get to a place that will make sense for why I'm talking about this.
Okay, this is not usually our common news.
It's true. It's true. First up, female names. At least that's how it's gendered. There's obviously a lot of gender-neutral names. I don't know how they know.
Kate.
Named
after the Netflix video game.
It's true. You've ruined it. That was the top that people wanted to name.
Right.
Their children's Mary, but they went with Kate instead.
Yeah, okay.
So promo.
I get it.
Number one on the female list was Sophia, finally unseated as the most popular after 11 years at the top. Sophia.
Wow.
How many Sophias do you know?
Not.
I guess they're being born now, so you probably don't know many.
Yeah.
But
Sophia. I don't think I know any.
Totally. Only the Modern Family lady. That's all.
Sure.
I know her personally.
It seems Spanish.
Yes. Yeah.
So maybe
it's just not our region.
Maybe there's a lot over in South America.
Yeah.
Or Italy.
And the
area.
US. Yeah. Just not Australia.
Yeah.
But for 11 years it was number one, but now Olivia is number one.
Olivia. Okay.
Another name that I feel is quite out there is the number one now. BuzzFeed reckons that it's because of Olivia Rodrigo, who is obviously quite popular at the moment.
Okay.
With her number one hits, Driver's License and Good For You, the letter 4 and then you.
Yep.
So that's probably why.
It's a great album. Everyone go check it out.
Have a listen.
So how recent is this?
This is the 2020. From whatever date in this point in time to last year.
I feel like her album only came out this year.
This year. Yeah. Which is why this list is very confusing that's why they think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So I don't know what the sway is for Olivia. But
unless the people having babies may have been very much into High School Musical.
Yeah.
When OG High School Musical. And then Disney Plus came out with High School Musical, the musical,
movie, the show.
The musical, the show,
yeah.
Which has Olivia Rodrigo in it.
Okay. So people have,
so maybe they were she's great, big fan, and then she's gotten bigger and stuff like that.
So it wasn't just the album.
Yeah.
But the back half of this census, maybe that's where it really peaked.
Okay.
That went into 2021.
Yeah.
It might have spiked.
Yeah, maybe that.
Emma, Amelia, Ava, Sophia. Sophia is still on there, but bumped down quite a fair bit.
Quite a fair bit.
Quite a fair bit. Yeah, Emma, Amelia, and Ava, trumpet. Isabella, Mia, Luna, and Harper round out for the top 10. Harper. It's a pretty gender-neutral name as well.
Yeah, okay. I feel like I haven't heard that as a female name, but I get it.
It's cool. It's in there.
Luna.
Luna is quite nice.
I wonder if that's like a Luna Lovegood Harry Potter.
The Harry Potter kids are there, for sure. In the boys' camp, Liam, for the third consecutive year, number one. 3 years of Liam.
Wonder why.
I don't know. Hemsworth hasn't been relevant for a while, and he's literally the only, apart from Liam Neeson, and I don't think people are naming their kids after Taken.
Probably not.
Of course, related to Chris Hemsworth, though, the Hemsworth brothers.
Yes, yeah.
As we learnt today.
Yes, we very much did. Liam, is there a...
Liam Abbott?
Gallagher. Definitely naming
absolutely.
It up.
Yeah, that's why it is. Then out of the back of that, Noah, Oliver, Elijah, Lucas, lots of Christian names. I feel like there wasn't any in the female camp, but there's quite a few here. Elijah, Lucas, Levi, Mason, Asher, James, and Ethan. Boys, still pretty basic comparative to the female names.
I'm almost surprised there's not a Josh, because Josh is generally pretty up there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's 11th. I'm sure he's
probably something like that. Yeah.
And also just some other names.
I'm still very intrigued to know where this
We're getting there.
Okay.
This isn't even why I opened this article, but 3 other names that have gone up. Onyx is up 44%.
Onyx?
Yes, the Pokemon.
Spelled how?
Onyx.
Yeah, that's the Pokemon.
That's the Pokemon. Again, nerds are having children.
Okay.
Coda is up 38%. Coda's quite nice.
Coda's a cool name.
Yeah. And if you're a musician, that's a cool name to have to give your kid.
Yeah.
And then the last one is up 35%. Finnegan.
Finnegan.
Like, cool, but why? The kid's stuck with that forever, unless they change it. Like, that's wild that people are going with Finnegan.
Is Chinnigan.
Yeah, the dude on the roof, right?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
But the reason this is here is, of course... that wasn't it, those three names.
Yep.
A little show that came out at the start of this year, so clearly it does go into it. WandaVision. So some names have gone up.
Oh!
Wanda went up a whopping 54%. Which is cool, because Wanda is a great name.
It's a cool name.
And I'm glad that that's...
Very old school.
Yes.
But it's come back around.
Totally.
I like it.
Just realized, I guess it's the wand. Because the Fairly Odd Parents is one of them. It was Wanda.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's a magic wand thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Agatha, up 32%,
really?
Unfortunately. Yeah. Don't do that to your kids.
Nah.
You don't want Agatha.
Now they've got a theme song.
Yes.
Not a very good one.
That's true. Yeah, no. You don't want to do that to your kids.
Yeah.
One I actually really like, and even the actress retweeted this is how I found it. Darcy, up 11%.
I like that. Darcy's a cool name.
Darcy's nice.
Yeah. And we know, you know a Darcy.
I know a Darcy.
A male Darcy.
Yeah. These don't say what these genders went to, but presumably a lot of female names in there.
Yep.
The reason I'm talking about this...
Okay.
The final name...
Not Vision.
Vision made an appearance on the girls' list, and on the girls' list, which is really strange. Up 22%, which means it was on there. And also because if the show had a big impact, only going up 22% means it was probably high beforehand. Like, Wanda was low because no one gave a shit, but 22% is all that got bumped. Obviously, it's a bad name, so it wouldn't have gotten much, but in my mind, that means it was already high and it didn't need to move that much.
Who is naming their daughter Vision?
I don't know. I guess it's the same idea of, like, calling them India or Summer or, like, just things. There's a lot of, like, thing names for female kids. But Vision, up 22%.
Especially named after, like, a male MCU character as well.
It is strange.
Or I guess an android is basically a male.
Yeah.
Like,
it's wild.
It's very strange. It's very, very strange.
But yeah, there you go. WandaVision, making waves in the world.
Sure.
It also means that these kids were cooking through the show.
Yeah.
And at the end of the show was when they went, we'll go with Vision or we'll go with Agatha.
Interesting.
Which is pretty wild.
Go with just Wanda. Stick with Wanda.
Wanda and Darcy is lovely.
And Darcy. Great name.
Or Monica. Monica's nice.
Monica's a cool name.
Monica's nice.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Bizarre.
Kids' names.
Bizarre. And from I have no
You got no link. There's no link for that.
Nah, not at all. Forza Horizon 4 takes accessibility to a whole new level.
You mean 5?
Yep.
Because Gus said Forza Horizon 4 on the game plan.
It says 5 there.
It says 5 there. It said 5 in his script too. He said 4. There must just be, I guess because we've only had it for a while.
Yeah.
So you're not used
literally
to the 5
hours
coming out.
now.
Yeah.
I don't even have it yet.
You don't. It's taking its time.
It's been downloading for freaking 12 hours now.
Oh! For the longest time. Good.
Okay. Anyway, they are taking accessibility to the new level by having on-screen...
Yeah. Wait, what?
Sign language interpreter.
What the hell
totally
happened?
I forgot what I was saying.
I'm not cutting anything from this podcast.
Yeah, no, it's good. On-screen sign language interpreter.
Sick.
Which is very weird and interesting. And there's an explanation as to why that is better than just having subtitles.
Yep.
Because that's what subtitles are for, right?
True.
So that people that have a hearing impairment can read know what's happening.
Yeah.
But this is the first time in a AAA game.
Yep.
The creative director of Playground Games, Mike Brown, said, "We're constantly listening to the community to make Forza Horizon 5 an inclusive experience for everyone to enjoy. With this in mind, the team is excited to share that we're also working on American Sign Language and British Sign Language." I didn't realize that there's two.
Different ASLs,
sense.
yeah.
But ASL and BSL. Support for cinematics in Forza Horizon 5.
Cool.
Which is very cool. It's not in the initial release, so it's not in there right now, but it's going to be patched in soon. But why not just use subtitles, right?
Yeah.
Well, Rupert Dubler, Dublinier, a certified interpreter, told CNN at the time that many members of the deaf community consider closed captioning difficult to follow. Furthermore, a speaker's tone can't necessarily be conveyed by text alone, which is a vital asset of speech that's supported by interpreters' facial expressions, demeanor, and even the signs they choose to use.
Interesting.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
They've gone for this. I saw a screenshot of it.
Yes. Yeah.
I think there's a bit of a video out there as well. And it's kind of odd because it's nearly like a quarter of the screen.
Totally. It's like over the speedo and everything.
Yeah. Just this woman.
Yeah.
Like a full like FMV.
Totally.
Woman just
that is a good
signing
point.
Everything.
It is interesting that they don't. I mean, the Forza Horizon human models probably wouldn't go down well.
Not great.
They're not amazing.
But yeah, like it's interesting the way they've chosen to do that. But it's cool. First time in AAA game.
It's very exciting.
Very interesting. So I'd be interested to see when or if anyone else sort of takes this on board, and how they intend to put them on screen without blocking important
UI
information and
stuff.
stuff.
For sure. Yeah. It is interesting. There was the thought, just because the other day you mentioned we were watching a skate video, which you do a lot, that one of the skaters was in a video game as the tutorial one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, imagine if, I know it's not the point because this is about accessibility, imagine if he just in his entire glory just popped up and just is talking to you over the top of the entire UI.
Yeah.
Like how just put people in games.
That would be great.
Put FMV in games.
Just more FMV for no reason.
Totally.
Just for fun.
But yeah, that's super cool.
That's cool. Yeah. Very, very interesting. Very different. It's kind of weird to look at.
It is odd to see in
the screenshots and like the little videos online. Go check it out for yourself.
Absolutely.
But yeah, very cool. I like that these big AAA companies are experimenting, trying new things.
Totally.
It's not usually like AAA is to experiment with stuff.
Yeah. I mean, not the Forza games especially.
Yeah, definitely.
But not really an experiment, but as I've written on here, just cut to the chase, IMAX Marvel fuck is what I've written.
Okay.
And it is the most exciting piece of news out of Marvel this year. It's very exciting. Obviously, Disney Plus Day is coming up on this weekend for us at the time of recording. Lots of stuff is going to be announced there in terms of the future, but this is something that will drop on the day. Shang-Chi, obviously dropping on the 12th alongside Disney Plus Day as with Jeff Goldblum Season 2.
Yes,
a whole bunch of exciting things.
Good.
But it will be dropping in IMAX format, full frame. Which very, very few movies dropped on home release. There's like maybe 6 or so in the past couple of years, but like Dark Knight, Tenet, and Mission Impossible Fallout are one of the very select few. Basically, Christopher Nolan and a wanker in Tom Cruise. But yes, so a bunch of the movies that are primarily shot on IMAX will be dropping on Disney Plus. You can watch them in their normal format as well.
Okay.
But basically, this is going from 190 1 IMAX ratio, which will mean there's 26% more image on the screen, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot.
Yeah.
It basically loses your black bars.
Yeah.
And for most televisions, that will fill up the whole screen. The list of films, and I don't know why they're written in this order. It's very strange. And I almost changed them, but I'm going to leave it as it is.
Okay.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Infinity War, Endgame, Black Panther, Black Widow, Civil War, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, both Guardians, Iron Man, Thor Ragnarok, and of course, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So basically the phase 3 onwards that we're definitely shooting on IMAX. And then if you select other ones, Iron Man wasn't shot on IMAX, but it was shot on film, which is in a full frame format.
Cool.
So that's pretty exciting. So this opens so much up because there are so many IMAX films that don't land. And this is a big thing. There was, for a long time, people thought there was like a weird deal with IMAX and home release where they didn't to boost ticket sales. It was like you can only see it in the cinema. But this is exciting. Disney Plus is doing a thing. Yeah.
Again, some of the big dogs experimenting with some stuff.
Exactly.
That's very cool.
I'm very excited. It's free. If you've got the movie, they're just there.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I'm going to be watching all of these on
I guess
Saturday.
I will too.
Yeah. 2 a.m. Let's go, baby.
Why is it so early?
Oh,
late. I don't know which way we're going with that one.
Don't know what it is. I don't know what this next story is.
Oh man, I'm so excited for this next story. This is going to be so fun. I nearly read it out to Will the other day in the car, but I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Got to save this for freaking news.
Give it to the pod.
Because it is just a beautiful, beautiful story.
Give it a pod.
Give it a pod. Okay, so all of my news is from Kotaku as well, so if you want to look it up, you can check it out. There's a bunch of quotes and stuff from all of these. But a senior couple.
Yes.
81-year-old Bruce and 79-year-old Karen Klein, a retired military officer and former legal secretary, respectively, started getting into video games this year.
Oh.
Yeah. They were reading reviews and found a video review on AP Nerd's YouTube channel for The Last of Us 2. They saw the high praise it was getting and how much more realistic it looked than the other games that they'd seen and played.
Yep.
Like kind of, ones that were maybe a little bit more accessible for new gamers are often a little bit more cartoony and stuff like that.
Yep.
So they picked it up and they started playing The Last of Us 2. This 81 and 79-year-old that just started playing.
That's proper vibes of like when you go to the film, like pictures at the middle of the day when all those and they just go to see any film.
Yep.
They're just like, I mean, it's something. Let's just watch it.
Yeah.
Gladys.
Totally.
Yeah. The Last of Us 2.
It's a choice. So they used a lot of the accessibility options that were available, just purely so that they could play it because they're very fresh to video games and it's quite a complicated game.
Yep.
But they still struggled to actually progress. And one of the interesting things that was written in the article is that they struggled to know when the cutscenes ended and the gameplay continued, which is super interesting. And it made me kind of realize, especially this week playing Guardians of the Galaxy, where they go from cutscene into the game, and so many games do that now. Just thinking about, like, I don't know, not even 10 years ago, like probably Xbox 360 and PS3 era, they couldn't do that. That just wasn't a thing.
There's a black screen.
Pre-rendered cutscene, then loading, and then you're in the game.
Yep.
Like very separate, and visually you could tell the difference. But it made me so happy and excited for video games now that it's so seamless. And it just looks so good. Anyway, continuing on. Bruce said, "We had no idea what you're supposed to do, and we were looking for the little circles with the triangle in it."
Yeah.
So this was at the point where you're trying to find Ellie's jacket at the start of the game. He said Ellie stayed in that room for a day and a half.
What was that?
It's my chair. just squeaky.
Oh my god.
They couldn't get out of the room. Which also reminds me of when I first played Pokemon and I didn't know how to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize that the carpet, because there's no door, so the carpet is apparently the doorway, but having almost never played that sort of video game before, I had no idea how to get out.
Makes sense.
Plus, I was 6 and it was 1997, I think.
Almost just a flip because they're 97.
Yeah.
And it was 6.
Sure. Yes. Good. Good. So then this is where it gets
good. I'm excited.
Karen then made an ad on Craigslist asking for help.
Good.
They got a lot of nice replies. Suggesting that they try games that were more appropriate for beginners. But they weren't really happy with those responses. They were like, no, this is the game we've chosen. We want to play this. So one guy on Reddit, one-eyed man, one_eyed_man, found someone had posted it to the PS4 subreddit. Someone saw the
moved it along.
The Craigslist ad. And then he moved it on to some other channel where people tend to ask for help or something like that. So he pushed it on, and he said the way it was written and the words they used, like, we want to enjoy this diversion, which is an interesting thing. Or need a person who knows the game and how to work the controller sounded exactly like what my grandparents would write if they needed a tutor for a new piece of technology. It was ridiculously cute and life-affirming and made me think, that's how I want to be when I'm that age, which is very, very cute. But he didn't end up being the one that actually went and helped them. He just pushed their article along, their ad along. So in comes a 21-year-old named Jesse, who on Reddit goes by Weekend Feel. Sure.
That sounds very modern.
Yes.
Oh, it's just a weekend feel.
It's yeah.
But like they, like it feels like
a vibe.
Yeah. Vibe. But it does sound like an activity you only do on the weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Your parents go out.
Of course.
Yeah.
So this kid Jesse became their tutor. So he taught them twice a week with in-person sessions. It would last around 2 to 4 hours each. And Bruce said he hasn't gone crazy yet, so we're still doing this.
Oh my God.
So even he said, this is some other thing. It's weirdly placed in the article. Said even for a man in the military, Bruce said that the way that Abby killed Joel still rattled his cage.
Yeah, wow.
It was still intense. And this was a man that was in war.
In war, yeah.
Like, he was like, this game is still pretty freaking intense even for me.
Yeah.
So that's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But towards the end of this, Jesse hasn't been able to help more recently because he got a new job. Congratulations, Jesse.
Congrats.
We know you're listening.
All those weekend feels did you good.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But he got Bruce onto watching walkthroughs, which Bruce said he's been studying and has watched about 50 walkthroughs.
Oh my God.
Which is insane. I don't know whether it's specifically just for The Last of Us or whether he's watching walkthroughs for everything.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool because he talks about like how he's like, these kids are so freaking talented. Like he's like, I'm watching these kids and how smoothly they control the game, and they make it look like it's also a movie.
Yeah, okay.
And they're like, they're so talented and stuff.
It's
like,
adorable.
It's like, I'm so impressed by these kids being able to do this.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Taking a break from, at the moment, the couple are taking a break from The Last of Us because it got pretty hard, and have been playing Detroit Become Human, Destroy All Humans, and GTA 5.
Amazing.
So they've obviously just gone on and looked at like the pretty high-rated
best
games. Destroy All Humans confuses me out of that list.
It's dropped on Game Pass like last week, maybe.
But they bought a PS4. Specifically a PS4 Pro.
You don't understand old people. Somehow they would have gotten Game Pass working on a PS4.
This is true.
Like friggin' how you'll come over to and they're like, I don't know what happened. And it's just the Xbox UI. So what have you done, Grandma?
I like that idea. That's cool. That's great. I hope so.
Yeah.
And the article ends with Bruce saying, this is very funny, this whole thing.
Yeah.
Bruce saying that he'd love to be good enough to hold his own against other gamers. And apparently he'd never said this before because apparently his wife turned to him in shock and was like, what?
I'm a gamer.
Which is, very, very funny.
That's adorable.
Very cute, just overall story. And I had to tell everybody. I love this. It's so cute. The article's great too. There's a little bit more to it. Go check it out on Kotaku. Very fun.
That's adorable.
Like 80-year-olds getting into video games for the first time in 2021.
Is Skyrim Grandma still kicking?
I think she is.
She's still kicking?
I'm pretty sure she is. I think she is still posting screenshots and stuff.
I thought like she was 90 when the article came out. That was a long time ago.
But like, how many new screenshots from that game can you post?
Ask Todd.
I guess.
It's re-released this week.
It's true.
There was another one this week.
She's still getting it. I wonder if she's still buying the new ones.
They would be giving her them now.
Absolutely. Yeah, it should be sponsored.
Todd would give her a jacket a month.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't wear jackets anymore. He's given his jackets to her.
She's got them all.
And she knits him. Game Awards in 2 weeks, he'll be wearing a knitted jacket.
Yeah, it'd be a cardigan.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. We've solved it. We've solved the Todd mystery.
We solved it because this has been...
It has been...
The news!
It indeed has! That's my news. That's how I feel when the person you've tried to call is not available.
It's
so
great
sassy.
intro. It
They're
is,
so sassy. You idiot.
He's probably not around anymore. That was Virgin Mobile.
That's
It
true.
was very specific to Virgin Mobile.
You know what's funny is I was going to say he's not around anymore. He's busy having a weekend feel, and if he was Virgin, he doesn't even need a weekend feel anymore. That's why Virgin's gone.
Yep.
He's having weekend feels with other people.
All right.
This is the advertisement section. We have an ad.
We do.
We've technically got two,
Done it.
which means we're sorted for next week. But we've got one ad now.
Yes, gotcha.
Which comes from old favourite Dolphin Pants.
Some bets.
Bracket Lucas Bracket.
That's it.
Specifically on Discord. Everywhere else it's more succinct. But on Discord, he's also Lucas.
Yes.
But he's also asking for a shout out to Tony Atz.
Tony Atz.
I don't know if you listen, Tony, but Tony, how are you?
Hope you're well.
Hope you're good. I believe if you go twitch.tv/Tony Atz, you can watch Tony stream. Sometimes he's singing, sometimes he's playing Mario Kart, sometimes he's doing other things.
Yeah. He's great. He's just a delightful man. He's just very, very sweet. He's always fun to watch. We jumped on. He's got a lovely singing voice.
He does.
It's great. Sometimes Dolphin Pants Bracket Lucas Bracket is playing games with him too.
It's true.
It's great.
True.
He's just great.
He definitely,
go check him out.
He feels like the kind of person that you know is kind.
Yes, absolutely.
He speaks like a kind person.
He does.
Don't know if he is, but
I would assume he is.
He seems
he's one of our patrons.
That's pretty kind.
He's got to be kind.
And
we only have the kindest.
It's true. And if you want to be kind, you have to go to patreon.com/each-to-their-own and give us money.
You have to.
That's just kindness.
It's the only way.
It's the only way. There's no way. Speaking of you guys.
Thank you, Tony Atz.
Well, Tony's not got any questions for us, but used to. It's cues from views. I'll just dive in with Dolphin Pants because this question is over and done very quickly. How does the future of the podcast look since you catch up every day now?
Looks like this.
I'm moving my arms. It's this.
Looks like this.
We're going to buy things every week.
Apparently.
To be able to show off.
Apparently we are.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. I don't know. I feel like obviously it has heavily relied on us buying things. But I feel like this podcast as a whole, it might fall apart in the next 10.
Maybe.
But I feel like this has been really good.
It's been fun.
And it's going to sound really good soon as well.
Yes.
It's going to sound so good. If you hate this sound, just stick around an extra week. You'll be good.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll be fine next week.
Whole new setup, whole new apartment, whole new state.
Yeah.
Everything will be different.
Every week, a new state.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to be in your house, Tony.
Tony!
Yeah. So Dolphin Pants, this is what the podcast looks like and sounds like. For now.
That's true.
But it'll sound different next week.
Yes.
That was a terrible question. Not on you, Dolphin Pants. It was me for choosing it. That was a terrible first question. Yes. What's the next one, Joe?
Did we do this last week?
We did.
Okay. So don't do that one again.
No.
I thought we did. I only just opened this. All right. What superhero do you hope they never adapt into live action? Also from Dolphin Pants.
Also from Dolphin Pants. Have you got one in mind?
No.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you read it out.
I just read it.
You just read that question.
Just freaking went for it.
I actually wish that the character, and I know Joshua Finch, I'm sorry. I just know him, and I'm sorry about that.
so sorry.
I wish the character of the Joker was never in movies anymore.
Okay.
I think that character needs to. I know it's not the answer. It's just this is a holdover until I think of actually a question of the answer.
Yeah.
But I just think the Joker is a tired character that he's now problematic in a way that is beyond his character because he is idolized. I think the animated Harley Quinn show has fixed that.
Yeah.
But it relies on you watching it. In popular media, because of Leto and because of what people vaguely know of Harley and Joker, the character of the Joker is a problem, and I don't want to see him in movies anymore.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, I that's not the answer, but there's an answer that gave time for Josh to look at the roof and maybe have an answer.
Yeah.
Anything?
For some reason, the one I'm thinking of, which I just feel like could be hard to explain in live action,
would
be the Spider-Man villain, the Chameleon.
Yeah, interesting.
Because he's just got like bits that he just attaches to himself.
Yeah, half shells.
Yeah, so the Chameleon is basically, he just has a lot of disguises and can very quickly turn from one thing to another. He's not a shapeshifter.
Yep.
But he just has disguises that he seems to put on.
Yep.
And I just don't know whether I want that.
Yeah.
It just seems...
It's a bit boring as well.
It's a little bit boring.
In this age.
So is this answer. But yeah.
Not the answer. That's fine answer. But because it's like there's so many characters in Marvel that are... Like Black Widow does it all the time.
Yeah.
In her movies, she puts on a face.
Yeah, if they... I guess, yeah, if they do it that way, but then it's been done so many times already.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not an interesting character in this day and age because films like Mission Impossible and stuff did the idea of like face swaps and putting on, like, it's not cool anymore. And it's like in the MCU especially, Black Widow gets away with it, but I feel like it would be easy to tell and detect what's going on.
Yeah.
Unless it's Stark Tech.
Yeah.
Which could be.
And like it seemed like in the original comics, it was just like he just stuck stuff like almost like felt things to a felt board, which was his face.
It's
just like, where is he pulling this stuff from? How does he have like basically a whole Spider-Man outfit? Where did he get that from?
Yeah.
There's no explanation, I don't think.
No.
But I just feel like it wouldn't work.
No.
And it would probably just be pretty boring.
It would be that's a very good question. Answer.
Yeah. Very good answer.
Thank you. I will say a character that I just feel like could never be done justice on screen after the fact is Kite Man. I feel like Kite Man never existed like he did in the animated show, and I feel like anyone, if they ever do him in live action, they'll try and do that. And Kite Man exists for a very specific purpose in that show that you'll never mirror it. It'll never be funny again.
Yep.
They'll cast someone obnoxious if they put it in live action. So I'm going to say Kite Man because not for the answer you would have assumed like 4 years ago, which is it's stupid, but for the answer of it's too good. Don't do it again.
Yeah. You know who they probably would cast? Who would probably annoyingly fit the casting in a sort of way? Who is being cast in everything right now?
Chris Pratt.
He seems like he would have that sort of voice and demeanor.
Yeah. I can see that.
Could work.
Tight fitting though. I don't think he couldn't do a tight fit. I feel like he's not got the bod for that.
Unless he's able to...
he can steal other people's bodies. That's currently what he's doing. He's stealing other people's souls. So I'm sure he could do body snatching.
Yeah, unless he's able to like Christian Bale it and just
not eat.
Yeah, just not eat for a while.
That's true. Just cast Christian Bale. There you go.
There you go. Done.
That's easy done.
Yeah, but along that line as well, I reckon just a lot of the side characters from the animated series.
Yeah.
Don't
leave it.
You don't need it. Like Condiment King.
Yeah.
Can't do that in live action.
No.
Calendar Man can't.
No.
None of that.
Leave that show alone. I mean,
Polka Dot Man is the closest you could get to having a weird character in live action.
Because like even King Shark, they didn't try. They did their own. They did a Groot rather than trying to mirror what the show did.
Yeah.
Which worked to varying degrees of success.
Yep.
Next question. I just need to find someone that isn't Dolphin Pants or Joshy. I don't think that's an option. Please send us more questions, everybody. Please send them in. I'm going to make it a Discord channel. I'll make it easy for them. What's this? My question. Dolphin Pants. Here he is. I finally paid my credit card off at the expense of not having money for a week and my Patreon money not being able to come out. My question is, that was just him being like, don't hurt me, which is random. It's fine. Pay when you can. And if you can't pay, don't pay. It's all good, Dolphin Pants. My question is, now I will have some extra money. What are your savings tips?
Ooh.
It's a good one.
Oh, I like that.
Have you got a thing or?
I generally, after I don't know, like 6 months to a year of having, my first full-time job and living, like having to pay rent and stuff like that, I think I worked out approximately roughly how much, as soon as I got paid, I could just put in a savings account.
Yep.
And then that was like the minimum that I would just put away every month. So it was just like, I think it was about $1,000. So like every month I'm just like $1,000.
Yep.
Chuck it away. this is what I live off. It's more than I need.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost always more than I need.
Yep.
But just in case something happens and I need a little more
Mm-hmm.
for that month, like in case, I'm in an accident, like car accident, or like I lose something that is expensive, like a phone or something, and I've got a little extra cash to play with to be able to play, and I don't need to dip into savings.
Yep.
There's just a little bit more for emergency, and then like that starts building up as well. And then I'm like, usually I put away that $1,000 because I've got extra. I'm like, I can just do I can do $1,500 this week and just this month and just
push it away.
So that's sort of, after time, I just went, this is an amount I never need to touch.
Yep.
I've never needed it up till now. Chuck that away.
Just
ignore that I have it.
Yep.
Chuck it.
That's a good one.
Else. So that's generally what I've done.
That is very good. I'm fairly similar. My breakdown is like, you've obviously got the one that's tied to your card, and then I had just the one that I was pushing stuff into, and then it hit a nice number, and I've pushed that into its own one and locked that away.
Cool.
So it's like it's safe. But my basic thing is, it's like, I don't put numbers, but it's like a certain amount hopefully always goes in that ongoing savings account, but also like $50 also goes into that larger one.
Yeah, nice.
So that it's like, because obviously you've got a savings account, you've got a good method of keeping it all there, but it's still a risk of grabbing from it when you need it. Yeah. Not for you, but if you have a savings account and a card account, it's like, even though you put it in savings, you can lift it whenever. Yeah. So I've got one that it's like, you can never touch this money, but I just give to it incrementally. So it's never going to be an amount that I'm like, but I might need $50. It's like, you can put $50 in there, and the same sort of thing over time that just amasses. And
for sure.
And likewise, if there is more money on the card that week, then I will put more money into that account. Yeah. It's just dependent week to week. But in terms of savings, obviously having only just moved out, I don't know numerically what it'll be, but I can still do something similar to that. Yeah. But and then at the moment though, we're spending a lot of money on things.
We are, yeah.
So
moving out and especially setting this up, like setting up this apartment as a studio and a functional living space for both of us, and something that we want to exist in.
Yes.
Like fun things as well.
Yeah.
That we want to jump on.
Taking some dollars.
Yeah. So I haven't put money away for a little while.
Yes.
There's a fair chunk on my card that is just ready. So I'm like, if you're like, we're going to buy this stuff, I'm like, okay, here you go. Here's some money.
10 a.m. tomorrow.
Yes. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think
it's a good one. It's a good one. It's I think that the most important thing with saving money is to not overstress, unless like you are very tight on money. The important thing is to remember is you are getting money to spend. So don't be fearful that you're not saving like 80% of it. Like anything you save out of that weekly, monthly check is saved.
Yeah.
So it's like, because I think there's a slight mentality that I still have where it's like, I can't spend this. Like even when I get money, when I get paid, it's like straight away I'm like, well, I've got to put this away. This can't be spent.
Yeah.
And obviously you need to save, but it's like, it's okay to spend.
Yes.
It's okay. You have to be okay that you worked those hours. That money is yours.
Yeah.
Don't be too cautious to put away, because like the way you've got it, having it ready is better than having to pull it out of a savings account and be hurt by that. Yeah. So it's okay not to put everything away. Yeah. Is an important mentality.
For sure. Yeah. And my account in particular as well is like, you get an extra little bit of interest if you put away a certain amount for that month, but you get less interest.
Yeah. Right.
If you take out of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Or at least like if you did put some in, but then took some out, then it goes back to the standard amount or something like that. Yeah. So it's like, don't touch it.
It's better to, it's better
not
to
touching. Not touching.
No soup for you.
Okay.
We were saying no and loud and stuff. So nice. That way. What's no touching from? Oh, that's from Arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah. Round us out, Josh.
Yeah, round us out.
No, you.
Yeah. Yep. I'm just going to go for this one because this is just an interesting one that I feel like we will probably maybe have different things for.
Yep.
Or at least, I don't know. Anyway, this is from Anonymous, first-time writer. Maybe.
I'm intrigued because we've got an anonymous, and then the one below this, which is another interesting question. Who am I? So there's someone, and don't. There was liquid.
Okay, yeah.
There's someone in our Discord is giving us questions like this. Keep doing it. Don't feel like you need to put your name on this, but thank you, whoever is doing this. I'm just assuming because they're all anon that it's one person. Yes. So thank you to that anon.
Yeah. And if we make a channel for this on the Discord, we'll have to also link.
It's true. The sheet as well.
The sheet so that people can still do this anonymously.
For sure.
If they wish. Yes. But this is from Anonymous. They've said, some days it's a struggle to get motivated for anything. What gets you out of bed in the morning?
No, just momentum.
Momentum.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Momentum.
How do you start that momentum?
I'll roll over onto one side.
Okay.
I know. Actually, you know what? I think it's more of a leg swing. I think my legs swing out, which pushes the sheets out enough, and then when I'm there, I can just lift the sheet over me and I'm out. Yeah. Although, because the way my bed's set up, there's a carpet on one side, which is built for me to leave on that side. Yes. And there's been a few days where I get out the other side, my feet hit the ground, I'm like, I'm not supposed to do this. Okay. It's created the definition of getting out on the wrong side of the bed.
It's true.
Never has it actually been a real thing. True, but it's like, if I mentally, I'm like, if I get out on that side of the bed, this might be a terrible day.
It could be. Oh no.
So yeah.
Right.
Momentum.
It is definitely not the answer they wanted.
No, I know. I just want to do that one first so that you can be real and then I can try and be real.
Fair.
How do you get out of bed in the morning, Josh? What do you do?
Speed.
Oh wow.
The drug.
That's a bright start.
What gets me out of bed in the morning? I don't know. I'm generally, I guess
I know you want to say I'm generally like a bright, but the last couple of days you've just walked around the house and been like, ugh.
Yeah, it's true. Because we've been to bed so late and I've gotten up so early.
That's true.
And I haven't adjusted or tried to fix that yet. Look, having to be at work helps. Yep. Definitely having, I don't know, maybe having a plan.
Yes.
Yep. Having something like, not necessarily, just a job every day. Because maybe you don't have a job or at least a regular job to get you out of bed every day. Yeah. But something that you enjoy that you want to get out of bed for. So there are not many things that I really want to get up early for. But I do, twice this week, I have gotten up at 6:30 in the morning to go skateboarding with one of my friends. Before work or just before everyone gets to the skate park, stuff like that. So because I love doing that so much and it always makes my day better getting up and exercising and stuff. I feel better. Yeah. Mentally and physically, even though sometimes I get physically very hurt or exhausted. There's that exercise and you get your blood pumping and you feel better. You've been outside. Yeah. Having those sorts of plans and things to do definitely helps, especially if it's something you enjoy doing. Organize to go see a friend, organize I'm going to get up and go outside and read. It can be just super basic like that. I'm going to get up early or get up at whatever time and go for a walk. Because going outside freaking rules. Just going for a walk is awesome. Hopefully, wherever you are, it doesn't rain that much and it's not too cold.
Or that you don't live like a houseboat or something.
Or something like that, Or just walk around the houseboat.
That's true. That's outside.
But just find something you enjoy doing that you can do in the morning to get you up and out of bed. Yep. Maybe there's a YouTube channel that posts something every day.
Maybe it's mythical.
Yeah, maybe it's Good Mythical Morning. Get up and watch something that makes you smile. Do something that makes you smile in the morning that makes it worth getting out of bed for.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Thank you.
I'm probably similar. Before I go to bed, when I remember, I try and make a list of things that I know I need to do in the following day.
We're both pretty motivated by accomplishing tasks, I feel. We're both
That's why I don't sleep. Because I'm like, I'm not done yet.
Yeah, totally. I don't like going to bed because I like doing stuff. I love doing things.
Yeah.
But then when I wake up in the morning, some mornings I'm like, I don't want to get up. I'm so happy just being here.
Yeah.
But I feel like you and I just really enjoy getting things done.
Yeah.
Doing tasks and, feeling productive.
Yes.
Like if I've made it to the end of the day and maybe all I've done is played video games.
It's a task.
It's a task, but sometimes I'm like, yeah, probably kind of wasted that day.
Only if you platinum the game.
Yes.
Then you've
I've
made
done
use of
something. Yeah.
I remember saying
even binging a show and stuff.
Yeah,
if I've binged a show in a day, I'm like, I don't know if that was entirely worth it.
Interesting.
But at the same time, sometimes I'm like, maybe I needed that.
Yeah. See, because for me, that does count as a thing. I remember saying that to Zara once. I was like, this is what I've done. I finished watching this show. I finished this game. She's like, we haven't really done anything with your day. I'm like, no, for me, I think that's what I wanted to do with today.
Yeah.
If that is the one thing you want to accomplish, that's something.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
Listen to Josh.
Yeah, like that's good too, because like
listen to Josh.
Yeah, not that.
Yeah,
don't be ashamed about just getting up and watching a TV show. If that's all you can be motivated for, and it still makes you happy or puts a smile on your face, you've succeeded for your day.
Yes. Yeah,
that's fine. That is totally
all you have to do is get through a day. Yeah. It's hard enough as it is.
So if
you're struggling, just get through it.
It's all
just
good.
Do it.
Just try and do something that makes you happy. That's pretty much it. Yeah, okay. Ooh. I didn't know where that was going. I didn't know what that was.
Be happy.
Don't worry.
Be happy. Thank you for all those cues. Keep on sending them in. If I remember to make a Discord channel, do it there. But the sheet will still be available if you don't want to put your name to a question. That's totally cool as well. Welcome to the Rex portion of the podcast. The best part. I'll go off with my first rec because I've finished.
Go off.
I finished Guardians of the Galaxy video game.
You did.
It's incredible. Platinum the game. I finished with, I think, 1 or 2 trophies left to get, and so I was like, I'll just get the trophies.
Just get them.
It's fine.
You got them.
I got them. There's no trophies tied to New Game Plus, but I definitely, I feel like the reason I wanted to do the trophies was so when I do New Game Plus and I want to stream it, I can just play it, and I don't even have to look at anything else.
Yeah, okay.
It's like I just blinders on, enjoy the game for what it is.
Yeah.
There's no more achievements I got to do, specific things. There's no costumes to find. It's just I can play the game and enjoy it.
Just focus on the story.
And also I'll like amp up the difficulty and just see what the combat can do. And it's like I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about anything. And I just enjoy the game. So guys, great game. You've already heard it from everybody. Play the game. Forza's out.
There's another thing. Forza. It'll take you a day to download.
Yeah. Jesus.
Really keen to freaking play that today.
I would have to know when it downloaded. For me.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been plugged in for 2 weeks since Guardians came out.
Right.
It's only been plugged in since yesterday.
Huh.
So unless the preload happened 2 months, it wasn't even plugged in when when I came here. I booted up once, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So it probably had like 3 days within the past 2 months that it could have downloaded Forza.
Yeah.
So I don't know when it downloaded, but I'm playing it. It's there. It's obnoxious, but the cars are okay. It's the same game every time.
Yeah, it is. I'm very keen to play it. Yeah. Which is surprising for Will that I love these games.
It's true. It's very weird.
But I do.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a car person, but I just want it. What?
It sounded like you said, I'm not much of a wash car person.
A wash car?
Yeah. He doesn't wash his car.
I also don't do that. Soon, though. I'll pay someone else to do it.
Yes!
Okay. All right. But my rec for this week.
Oh.
Let me tell you about a little mobile game called Merge Mansion. You're probably totally unaware because you don't play mobile games and you don't get them advertised.
Not at all.
It's been advertised to me for so long.
Yep.
So freaking long.
Who's blowing at this time of night? Apart from What's the guy?
Weekend Field.
Weekend Field, man. It's not even the way. It's Tuesday, man.
Good.
Blow some other time.
Merge Mansion.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's a dumb, like, free to play, like, freemium mobile game.
What are you doing?
Basically, so the main gameplay loop is you have, like, you've got a square of, like, broken up into little squares, and each one has, not all of them, but some of them have objects in them. And when you press on them, so say it could be a car. Say it's a car.
Yep. Okay, it's a car.
Yeah, thank you. You did it.
Yes, I'm immersed.
You won the game.
Immersed.
When you press on it, a light bulb comes out. So it's a piece of technology comes out of the car. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not a wheel. There's other things that wheels come out of, and you build other cars. And then when you tap on those, things come out. And then, so you get like 2 light bulbs. Yeah. You combine those, and you get like a little lamp.
It's like 2048.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
Cool.
But you don't have to like swipe them into each other. You can just drag one from one side of the board to the other.
Yeah.
And there's not really much of like a challenge in it. It's kind of like a little
What
grinding.
can you make?
It's sort of like that, yeah. But there's a lot of like, there's the whole energy, like timer energy thing. So you can only play it for so long before you have to put it down or pay money to recharge your energy, but you can just put it away and wait a while.
Yep.
And you just start merging, like you always have to merge the 2 same objects together and it creates a new thing. But then, so that's the main gameplay loop. Yep. Then there's a story attached to it. The ad for the story is, so you play as this redheaded lady, girl, young woman, I guess. Yeah. And her grandma, this is in the ad.
Is a mansion.
Is arrested. And she's like, you're like crying and she's like getting put in the car and stuff. And like her hand goes up to the window. Yeah. And on it says, "He is still alive." And then you see that and you're like, oh my goodness. And then the car drives away and the grandma like looks at the camera and kind of smirks. And then it shoots to the policeman driving the car, who then hands the key back to her, and then she undoes her handcuffs. And it's like, I have no idea what's going on.
That's a lot of lore.
But that got me into that because I'm like, I've seen this ad so many times. I'm like, I'm just going to freaking find out what this is.
Yeah.
None of that in the game.
Okay,
it's not that at all.
Yeah.
You seem to live in a house with your grandma, which is like, look, I want to show you this secret behind our house. It is the most enormous living grounds of a mansion area that I've like could imagine. There's a beach.
What is
in
this?
It?
What is this FM? Like, what is it? Is it like
no? It's all just like top down.
Yeah, right,
like just it's a dumb mobile game.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll load it up and show you.
Please.
But yeah, it's just like it's this big mansion with all these like just big gardens and there's a beach on one side and like tennis courts and stuff on another side and stuff. But it's all like overgrown. This has been behind the house that you've lived in with your grandma for most of your life and you've never known that it's there.
So it's like in Raya, which is like these statues of the dragons. It's like it's literally there.
Yeah.
What do you move the bush?
It's like, it's almost more insane than
because it's just the outdoors.
Yeah. It's like there is a fence, like it's like your backyard and there's a gate in the backyard and your grandma said you can't go behind there.
Yeah.
But each of the little sections of the overgrown area require certain items to either clear out the debris that's there.
Okay.
Or once you've done that, then like build new stuff there. So build a new lamp post there. So that's why you get the
light bulbs and stuff.
The light bulbs to build the lamps and stuff. So it's just constantly like get shears and gardening gloves and then plant some flowers. So then you build flowers out of it. Like you merge seeds together and then you merge like small plants that make flowers and then you make them bigger and bigger and then you're like, cool, now I can plant this.
Yeah, cool.
It's just, it's terrible. It's dumb.
Yeah.
But I freaking love it.
The thing that I find...
And there's more and more mystery for some reason. I feel like the mystery is going to die off very quickly the more I play it.
Yeah.
Because so far there hasn't been like anything in the way of story for quite a while. I've only been playing it for about a week.
Yeah.
or 2.
What an insane thing to say. I've only been playing it for about a week.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I guess. Yeah. But, it's only like I can only play for 10 minutes at a time before I run out of energy and have to wait.
Mm-hmm. Get very tired.
Let's see. So tired. But there's like I haven't even gotten into the house yet. This is just the front garden of the mansion. It's bizarre.
The thing I find so interesting about you playing these games is that they're designed because they want you to spend money so that you will play them, but you refuse to do it.
Never.
So for most people, they would play it for that week, spend money to get into it, get everything they need, and then fuck off. Yeah. But you have these games on your phone for months because you play them for so long.
Often years.
Yeah. You had to clear your phone of fucking games because they just live there.
I did.
I'm
so aware. Being a game developer, I'm so aware of how they're doing this to me. But I dive in and I know every time, like I see an ad, I'm like, don't get it. Don't get it. And I'm like pressing the download button as I'm like,
I can play it inside the ad.
yeah, you can do that too. And often I do. The other day I was playing one for probably 5 minutes. Yeah, good. And it's the ad. I'm like, why am I doing this? But don't freaking download the game.
Yeah.
Try this. Try it. It's kind of fun. It's interesting. It's fun to just jump in and out of.
Insane.
It's my rec. There you go. Merge Mansion,
Forza Horizon 5 or 4, and Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Good week of games.
There you go.
None of those games came out, apart from Forza, none of those games came out this week, but
nope.
Good week for them. That's this podcast.
That's it. We're done.
That's the whole podcast. If you're listening to this right now and you want to see this, you can go to patreon.com/each of their own. $3 will get you a super secret Discord where we post the link to the video. Yes. And there's nowhere else you could be seeing this. It's a weird one because when we used to post the video, it could be like, go check out Spotify.
Yes.
But it's like, well, if they're not there already, they've got no fucking chance.
It's true.
It's like you need to be listening or you need to be hearing.
Yeah, yeah. Do we still post the audio only on YouTube?
No, it's just the video's exclusive.
Cool.
We keep that locked.
So exclusive.
But maybe for a Christmas present, we let out the season.
Oh, maybe
at the end of the year. So if you want to see it, you can see it.
You can get there. Maybe.
But if you are listening to this and you want to see more content, what the fuck? That is so intense. Don't laugh too hard.
That hurt my knee.
We both might poo our pants. And if you're a big fan of pooing pants, head on over to youtube.com/each of their own, watch the last milk video, and then watch the new milk video. It's very exciting.
It's so fun.
We found the best milk of all time.
It's the freaking greatest. And now we have to have the other one. Now we have to have Move's Super Duper. It's not going to be as good.
We need to find more of the gold to just have as a chaser after we have
we do
as an Andrew Hansen.
Oh, we need to find the
other one, the biscuit.
The golden biscuit or whatever it's called. Yeah, we need to track it down.
How's your knee?
It's okay. It's doing all right. You yelled butt, so I went to check.
Okay, but you realize you can't get up from it.
I lifted my leg and I thought that I was going to miss the desk, but I did not.
You slammed it.
Yes.
There's no link about slamming, but we also are on twitch.tv/ETTOnline, mostly Mondays. We weren't yesterday.
Correct.
All last Thursday, but sometimes on Thursday.
Sometimes. It's just been busy. It's been super busy since you got here.
Yeah.
We've been so busy with other things. Life has just been exhausting in so many different ways.
And making this exist as well again. It's just, we're not ready.
Yeah. Yeah. We're trying though. We're getting there. We're tracking it down. I think the fact that we're needing to like buy so much and set so much up, once everything's just here,
we're not going to stop.
It's going to be so much easier to do things.
Yeah.
But it takes time and money. So much money.
It's going to take time. A whole lot of precious time. It's going to take patience and time. To do it. I'm leaning into it. To do it right, child.
I don't know how to. Where's the end?
You just got to press titles again.